The Woodcutter and the Fairy. Once upon a time, a woodcutter saved a deer from danger. To return the favor, the deer would grant him a wish. The woodcutter said that he would want to have a wife, since he could not easily find someone to marry in his old age. The deer told him about a pond where fairies came down to bathe, and also told him that he should hide one of the fairies' wing dress to prevent her from flying back into the sky. Later, the woodcutter married the fairy, who had to stay here on earth, had children, and lived happily. One day, the ever-happy woodcutter forgot the deer's words, that he should not give the wing dress back to the fairy until they had 3 children. When they had 2 children, he showed the wing dress to the fairy. Then, the fairy put her wing dress on and returned to the sky with her children. The woodcutter was left alone and lived in grief. But one day, he grasped a chance to take a bucket from the sky, and he was able to go to the kingdom of heaven to be with his family again. Even though the woodcutter lived together with the fairy and his children in the kingdom of heaven, he was not happy all the time, as he still missed his mother on earth. The woodcutter whined that he missed his mother, so the fairy let him go to travel by heaven's horse and advised him not to get off the horse even on the land. The woodcutter came down to the land from the sky and met his mother. His mother told him to have red bean porridge before leaving. He was having the porridge on the horse's back, and a dollop of the hot porridge fell on the horse's foot. The horse reared in fright, dropped him off, and flew up to the sky. The woodcutter was left on the land again, and could never ever return to the kingdom of heaven. This tale is a traditional fairy tale of Korea. But similar stories can be found in many other countries as well. It is a tale of losing the chance to live in the kingdom of heaven due to lingering attachments to the land. It also corresponds with many other stories, like Sodom and Gomorrah, where they broke their word that they would go looking forward only and not look back. Consequently, they became salt pillars. These tales advise us of attachments and lingering feelings in our human mind. They have lessons about stupidity that humans fundamentally have, and so they have been passed down through the many generations throughout human history. Even though a gold block is in front of you, you cannot pick it up because you refuse to let go of the poo block that you are holding onto with both hands. This is humans' attachment. Although you get to live in the kingdom of heaven, you abandon that opportunity by your own will because of your lingering attachment to your past. That is how foolish we are. If you throw away that attachment and foolishness, you would not look back anymore. Rather, you would live with gold blocks in the true world. It sounds so true. However, one who moves his address to the real world will live in the original foundation, and one who has attachments to the mind world will live on in the mind world. Let us not become a woodcutter who would not go to the true world because of his lingering attachment to the mind world.